The food is awesome.
A slice of heaven in Tallinn. For owners Camille Malaspina and Dave Node, pizza is a true love affair, and it shows.
We try to take a very intentional approach. We want each pizza to be very thoughtful. We're just trying to serve people the best things we can cook.
From traditional to ultra creative, Camille's offers wood-fired pizza, cooked in an oven at over 1,000 degrees and filled with flavors for every palate.
I feel like everyone's got a favorite. It's hard to necessarily say which one is the best.
Perhaps the Melville meatball pie, a twist on a favorite, topped with local Mystic cheese.
House-made meatballs, pork and beef blend, braised in red wine and prosciutto tomato sauce, a little bit of cherry peppers for a little bit of heat.
And for Camille and Dave, the perfect pizza is some 15 years in the making. You see, they met at a pizza joint back in 2004. And now, as the saying goes, it was love at first slice.
We worked side by side for a while, started dating in '07, and now here we are.
I'm not sure either one of us would have predicted this. Oh, again, 3 kids later, this place 5 years old. And yeah, the beat goes on.
Yeah, the theme of our place really is love. I mean, my brother and his wife fell in love and started a place based on that.
And you can taste it in the food on the Foodie Friday train in Tallinn.
Combine good food and great beer and wonderful service and a fantastic atmosphere, then I think we've got it.
Sean Pagano, Fox 61 News.
Today in Meriden, Girl Scouts troops put down their cookies and picked up their hard hats.
All of the building trades in Connecticut are here representing, giving the girls an opportunity to get exposure to construction.
At the local 777 in Meriden, Girl Scouts tried their hand in electric, carpentry, metal cutting, and other trades.
We have in construction 3.2% women, and we need to have more. We've had 3.2% women for 30 years.
Usually the trades program event is reserved for the Boy Scouts.
This is the first year that the Girl Scouts are the ones that get to come in and play with fire.
For our troop, we've done a lot of projects of meeting like women in STEM. Like when we were in 4th grade, we had to do a project on that. So it's nice to be like doing more of that as we get older.
For the experience that they can't get hands-on, they go virtual.
Here you can use a crane simulator to pick up and move objects as you would on a real crane. It's a fun new experience that organizers hope will get more women motivated to learn a trade.
There's definitely a shortage, and really there's nothing in the trades that a female can't do that a male can't do.
In Meriden, Taylor DiCello, Fox 61 News.
What's the matter? Never saw a clown before.
Meet Sprinkles, one of the more than 200 live actors at the Trail of Terror in Wallingford. For more than 2 decades, this Halloween hotspot has been scaring people.
The idea is that every single person that comes through here, we want to entertain them. We want to scare them first, entertain them second.
It sits on more than 2 acres, designed by executive director Wayne Barneschi. There are over 30 scenes, zombies, wolves, dolls, live characters seemingly around every corner.
We do things so they let their guard down a little bit, and then we come back with a scare.
Now, the trail takes about an hour to walk through, and there will be about 20,000 visitors coming through the gates this year alone. It is a popular place, but it's also a special place. You see, the Trail of Terror is also a fundraiser, donating nearly $2 million since the place opened.
It's not the trail of little fuzzy puppy dogs. It's the Trail of Terror, so be prepared to be a little scared.
It's open Friday, Saturday, and Sunday through October. In Wallingford, Sean Pagano, Fox 61 News.
Soy candles burn cleaner and longer than traditional paraffin wax candles. They're made from the oil in soybeans. Jordan and Jennifer Crooms are dedicated to removing as many chemicals from their households as they can. So they started a little soy candle company out of their home in West Haven. They do it for their 3-year-old daughter Tatum, who suffers from a rare kidney condition called nephrotic syndrome.
Which is basically when the kidneys stop filtering properly and cause a host of different problems.
20% of the profits from their soy candles go to NephCure, a Pennsylvania-based nonprofit dedicated to researching a cure for the condition. Right now, Tatum's condition is manageable with temporary medications, but it could lead to the need for a kidney transplant. According to NephCure, only 2 to 4 out of every 100,000 children in North America are diagnosed with it each year.
So it is kind of frustrating because we really just don't know what is actually happening.
The company has already grown since it was founded in February. The couple has now had to move from their home in West Haven here to Jordan's mother's house in Southington, but they're hoping to grow even more.
We're not just a candle company. We also have a very ambitious vision.
They want to donate 80% of their profits by the year 2030 to NephCure. They hope to move their business out of Jordan's mother's home and into their own retail spot. It's an ambitious goal, but one with a lot of support.
It puts a lot of motivation in you. So with each candle, you really think about that syndrome.
And how each candle sold is one step closer to finding a cure.
Figure out a way to not only cure her, but the thousands of children.
In Southington, Taylor DiCello, Fox 61 News.
That's my life. This is it. I often wonder, what do I do when I retire?
A taste of Italy in Wethersfield.
It is a place where my mom gets the opportunity to feed your family what we feed our family.
For more than 2 decades, Carmela Orfatelli has been serving up homemade pasta in her shop along the Silas Deane Highway. Fresh ravioli made daily, stuffed with tons of flavor, and more than 24 varieties.
We never had all that in it. Before we had cheese and meat, and mostly maybe sometimes spinach. Now we have a spinach and sausage, and we have beans, pumpkin, sweet potato, butternuts.
From hand-rolled manigot with made-from-scratch shells,
then we stuff them with a ricotta, and we seal them with and without sauce.
To layered lasagna using centuries-old Italian family recipes, you could say the sauce runs in their veins.
I was addicted to the kitchen. That was my job. I loved it. And all I learned was from the next door neighbor. My grandmother was there, my mother, my sister.
For us, making a meal for other people is happiness, really.
And the kitchen is always busy, and the smell brings you back to that little village near Naples, Italy, where Carmela left when she was a teenager. And she's been cooking the same way ever since, and you can taste it.
The pasta fagioli is incredible. The soup, I'm very fond of her broccoli rabe. It's prepared with excellent ingredients and with much love.
On the Foodie Friday train in Wethersfield,
I must be doing something good.
Sean Pagano, Fox 61 News.
November 1st, it's gonna get paid, it's gonna get paid.
Xavier was just weeks away from picking his classes for his spring semester of his sophomore year at the University of Connecticut. But instead of thinking about classes, he worried about the $8,000 tuition bill he had to pay before the November 1st deadline.
After many visits to the financial aid office, Xavier quickly learned his only option was to get a personal loan to cover the $8,000. But he didn't have a cosigner.
I mean, as an independent student with very brief credit history, I mean, I couldn't prove to a credit bureau that I have enough credit to get it, and so that was that.
Xavier's dad died of an illness while serving overseas when Xavier was just 5. When he was 9, his mom was deported back to Portugal. 1 year after that, she died. His oldest brother adopted Xavier and his other brother at age 21.
Since that, we've just been defying odds every day, and it's been awesome. I really took it in and used it as motivation. Definitely, that's where I went with it.
Xavier's hard work ethic earned him a 3.77 GPA in high school and a 3.65 GPA as a UConn freshman. But with no options left, his education was in jeopardy.
And I mentioned, like, why don't we make a GoFundMe?
Until his friend Ryan came up with a new solution.
He agreed to the idea, and we kind of made it together, and it kind of took off from there.
It was made. We got $20 in like 5 minutes. I was like, all right, I just got $20. That helps me.
And then it took off. An outpouring of support helped him raise the $8,000 he needed and more through the online campaign in just 1 day.
A whole day hit and we were over half, and that was just amazing.
By 6 o'clock that night, he had $8,000.
I'm beyond thankful. And when I graduate and I'm established, I'm definitely going to give back to the communities that gave back to me.
In stores, Taylor DiCello, Fox 61 News.